to Kento.
Hello. Yes.
So, are you able to get your slides up?
Yes, I am
There
sharing
you go.
my slide.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Dr. Kento Shigyo just recently graduated, and congratulations. As you know, my opinion of your work is very high, and I think that you've done some really good stuff that hopefully we can even begin using in our clinical trial with the EPS-MS study. So that's one of my hopes for you, that we can take this to the EPS-MS study. So for those of you interested in our clinical trial, please pay careful attention to what Kento is going to share with us. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Dr. Tassel, for your introduction. And my name is Kento Shigyo. And in this presentation, I would like to present an overview of my upcoming research project titled From Play to Precision Care, Clinical Telegaming Biomarkers to Evaluate Medication Efficacy for Improving MS Patients' Quality of Life. So this is the outline of this presentation. So I will start with the background of multiple sclerosis and the current treatment method, then move to its problem and limitations. And next, I will introduce our approach using clinical telegaming and research objectives, question, as well as method and milestones, following some expected contributions. And finally, I will explain how this research project aligns with an existing research roadmap and our 3-year project plan. So first, as a background, multiple sclerosis, or MS, is a chronic autoimmune disease where the immune system mistakenly attacks the myelin in the central nervous system. And this damage disrupts the transmissions of signals between the brain and the body. As a result, MS affects motor, cognitive, emotional, and social functioning. In other words, it impacts the patient's daily life for physical symptoms. And currently, the most common treatment options are so-called disease-modifying therapies, or DMTs. And these medications can reduce relapse, slow down disease progression, and limit new brain damages. And however, the effectiveness of DMTs is typically assessed during a brief in-clinic visit. And so, while these visits provide useful clinical diagnosis of motor performance, they miss a lot of real-world behavioral and social context of MS patients. So there is a gap between how patients live and how their treatment is evaluated. So this leads to some problems and limitations. So one is that despite the effectiveness of DMTs in controlling disease activities, it is still challenging for clinicians to evaluate how well a specific medication works for an individual patient in their daily life. And also, switching medications can take months for a long time. And during that time, patients may continue ineffective treatment. So that increases both health risk and cost. And moreover, assessments are infrequent, subjective, and mainly focused on motor outcomes. So that's neglecting cognitive, emotional, and social dimensions. So to address these limitations, we propose an established approach called clinical telegaming in the context of MS to complement DMTs. And this concept refers to the use of some networked game environments as telehealth tools for mainly rehabilitation and intervention. And in our case, we extend this concept to create home-based, clinically grounded games that allow patients to perform meaningful activities while automatically collecting their performance data. And these games are not merely for entertainment, but they serve as a data collection platform that generate potential digital biomarkers reflecting patients' motor, social, and emotional states in their daily life. So we have four main research objectives. So first, we want to strengthen clinicians' decision-making in selecting and adjusting DMTs by providing some objective real-world data across multiple domains, such as motor, cognitive, and social. And second, by enabling patients to play engaging games at home, we aim to reduce healthcare costs by avoiding ineffective treatment that potentially saves more than 40,000 US dollars in a half of a year. And third, we have to improve patients' caregiver relationships through collaborative and enjoyable gameplay experiences that promote communication and engagement. And lastly, this project bridges new neurology, rehabilitation, and computer science to foster multidisciplinary collaboration. So with these objectives, we aim to address 5 research questions over a few years. So first is home-based clinical telegaming a feasible and safe approach for people with multiple sclerosis? So this question focuses on the fundamental practicability, meaning whether patients can comfortably and safely engage with the system at home. And second, can gameplay derived telemetry be transformed into reliable digital biomarkers regarding motor, cognitive, and social functioning in MS? So here we want to see if everyday gameplay data can be turned into meaningful clinical measures. And actually, yeah, so the third research question is that do telegaming-derived biomarkers complement traditional in-clinic assessments by providing earlier or richer evidence of treatment efficacy? So in other words, we aim to investigate whether these data can give clinicians an earlier signal of whether a medication is working. And fourth, can these biomarkers support individualized precision care decisions? So this moves toward a personalized medication. And finally, does clinical telegaming enhance patient engagement and quality of life, while also helping caregivers and families participate in treatment in a non-stigmatizing way? So altogether, these 5 questions guide our efforts to connect playful, real-world activities with precision clinical insight. So about the research method and milestones, our project has 4 main stages. First is a co-design and prototyping. So we will collaborate with clinicians, MS specialists, patients, and caregivers to design a safe and engaging gameplay design and test. And second is biomarker development. So we will create algorithms that translate gameplay data into some measurable indicators, such as reaction time, coordination, and cooperation scores of the users. And third is feasibility testing. So we will run pilot studies in patient homes to evaluate safety, usability, and how well patients accept and enjoy the system. And finally is preliminary validation. So we will compare our telegaming-based biomarkers with existing clinical tests to confirm their reliability and accuracy. And we expect three major contributions from this project. So first, we aim to develop a validated set of motor and social digital biomarkers derived from patients' gameplay data collected at home. And second, we will provide feasibility evidence showing that people with MS can safely and enjoyably use a telegaming system at home. And third, we will demonstrate empirical links between these biomarkers and medication effects, which will pave the way for more precise treatment and adjustment in medications. And so here's our 3-year project plan. So in year one, we will focus on code design and prototype development. And year two, we will refine biomarker algorithms and begin pilot feasibility studies. And in year three, we will conduct a close validation with clinical data and prepare for larger scale trials. And so throughout, we will collaborate with neurologists, rehabilitation experts, and game designers to ensure both scientific rigor and user engagement. And so our project aligns closely with National Multiple Sclerosis Society's Pathways to Cure roadmap. And specifically, it contributes to the Restore pathway, supporting the recovery of motor functions and extend this into the social and emotional domains, which are critical to overall quality of life of MS patients. And ultimately, the goal is to enable precision care where treatment decisions are guided by personal continuous data rather than not only occasional clinical observations at clinic. Okay, so to conclude, this project represents a step toward precision care through play of clinical telegaming. And by merging neuroscience, game design, and computer science, we hope to redefine how clinicians evaluate treatment efficacy, and not only in the clinic, but in patients' everyday lives. So this is all of my presentation. Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much, Kento. Very, very nice. It really looks great. And let's hope that we get the funding.
Yeah.
So, Adam, our